Right, good morning, school. And good morning to Roodepoort as well. I have sad news. They've cancelled our holiday. No, I'm just joking. Guess what? School's closing at 10 o'clock. Yay! Yeah. Right, today we have a birthday again. Joel, will you please join us in the front? Today is Joel's birthday. Woo! But we haven't warmed up our vocal cords yet. Quickly go. Girls, go a high one. La 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 la. And boys, a deep one. La 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 la. Now that's it. How old are you today, Joel?
I'm 17.
17 years old. Yo. Are we going to sing nice and loud so that he can hear us? Okay. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joel. Happy birthday to you. Because we love you so much. Woo! Because we love you so much. Woo! Because we love you so much. Because we love you so much. Now we must count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Who of the boys would like to pray for Joe? The boys. Mila, you can come. When Abu Mila prays, will you stretch out your hands and pray with him? Yes, Yana.
Thank you, Lord, for Joe, Lord.
Yes.
Lord, thank you, Lord, that he will enjoy his day, Lord, and have the best birthday that he ever had.
Yes.
Thank you, Lord, for everything, Lord. Amen.
Amen. Alright, quickly sit up nice and straight for the last time this term. Make sure your ears are open. Quickly open this one. Open your other one. Are they nice and open and ready to listen this morning? Yes, now. Good. Make sure your smiles are nice and smooth.
Okay, I have good news as well.
Yay!
They said they've uncancelled our holiday. So it seems to me you have worked hard, so you deserve a little bit of a break. Are you excited about that?
Yes!
Okay, what do we always say? The way we exit determines the way we enter. So if you don't have a good day today, how will your first day be next term? Yeah. So what must you make sure before you leave your office this morning? You must make sure that your goals are set. What must you do?
Make sure that your goals are set.
All your old papers are thrown away.
All your old papers are thrown away.
Okay, you don't have to repeat this, but that your office is dusted and clean, and that you are ready when you walk into your office when school starts. It must be in a condition. Do you understand?
Yes.
It's not your supervisor's responsibility. I'm going to look in on that.
Yes.
You make sure that when you go out, everything is ready for term 4.
Yes, ma'am.
Can I trust you with that?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Now we had some stories lately. We had the story about
Timmy and Tammy.
And what did we learn from Timmy and Tammy? Okay, let's put up a hand. Let's ask Uncle, what did you learn from Timmy and Tammy?
Not to be afraid.
Not to be afraid to try. Yes, because if you don't try now, next time it will be even more difficult to try. And that's the same. Today, whom of you've got a pasty and you feel a little bitty. Ooh, look at that. And you see, there's a number of us that need to face hard things today. But why can we do it? Because we faced the previous one. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay. And then we had the story about the man with the who never spoke to anybody without singing. And why did he do that? Yes, Carla?
Man, because his father told him to practice, because he never knows when his chance is going to come.
Practice every moment you have, because you never know when your opportunity is going to come. Okay, and then he was, and the people, did they laugh at him?
Yes.
They laughed at him, yes, because they thought he was a crazy man. But he was not. He used every opportunity. We're going to finish the term today with a story that some of you might have heard before. It's a story about integrity. And what is integrity? So do you know? Don't you know what integrity is? I'm going to try and make it very small. We've learned that your yes must be
Yes.
and your no must be
No.
Okay, your yes must be
Yes.
and your no must be
No.
And when you say that you're going to do something, then you can just quit. You don't have to do it.
No.
If you say to your mom, I will make my bed and I will clean my room, what must you do?
Make your bed and clean your room.
That is integrity, because you do what you said you will do. Okay. Integrity is to only circle the page once you have made sure that everything is correct. Integrity is, yes, everything is correct, I circle the page. If you circle the page and everything is not correct, is that integrity?
No, ma'am.
That is lying. Julle kan op silent sit. That is lying. Do you understand?
Yes.
So integrity is very, very, very important. We have received a word in Gateway City Church in Haggai chapter 2, where God says, He says, I'm going to shake once more. I'm going to shake because He wants all the things that's not supposed to be in there. He wants it to come out. And sometimes when He shakes, if you shake a bottle, is there sometimes things that comes out there that you think, oh, if you've picked up rubbish at the AJ Swanepoel, sometimes you pick up a bottle and you think it's empty and have you experienced that?
Yes.
Yes. And then things comes out of the bottle when it's shaken and you think, oh, I don't want this to come out. And in all of our lives, there are sometimes things that must come out. God says, I don't want this in here. Because when someone shakes this bottle, oh, it's going to mess on them. And see, Jesus wants to take out everything that is not good. Do you understand?
Yes.
Because what He wants inside of us is integrity.
Yes.
Other things as well, but integrity. Do you understand?
Yes.
So you must go and think about these things. At school we check you, but who's going to check you at home? Yourself. You must start to check yourself. So I'm quickly going to read this story. There was once an emperor from China who had no children, and he needed to choose a successor, someone that will come after him. You know what that means?
Yes.
Good. Thousands of children from across the kingdom came to the palace and were surprised when the emperor exclaimed that he was going to choose one of them. He gave them all a seed. Do you know what a seed is?
Yes.
I want to choose the next king. So here is a seed for you. A seed, just a seed. A seed is something that you plant and then something grows. Do you understand? So he says, here's your seed. It's all he gave them. And he said, they were to go home to their villages, plant the seed in a pot, and look after it for a year. You know the bean projects that we do here at school? We put the beans between the cotton wool and then something grows. Okay, so they had to look after it for a year. And then when they returned in a year, the emperor would judge their efforts and choose his successor. There was a boy named Ling who received his seed and returned to his village. His mother helped him to choose a pot, and they put some soil into it, and Ling watered the pot every day. Once a week, the children of the village would get together to compare their plants. After a few weeks, there were signs of life in everybody's pot, but not in Ling's pot. Nothing was growing in his pot. The weeks passed, and Ling continued to water his pot every day. After the few months, the pots really came to life. Some had trees starting to grow, some had flowers, and some had leafy shrubs. Poor old Ling still had nothing growing in his pot, leading the other children to make fun of him. Ling continued to water his pot every day. A year passed and it was time to return to the palace to show what had grown and decide on the new king. Ling was so anxious as his pot didn't show any signs of life. What if they punish me? They won't know that I've watered it every day. They will think I'm lazy. His mother looked him in the eye and explained that whatever the consequences were, she had to return and show the emperor his barren pot. So here he comes after a year. He had nothing in his pot. It was empty. Everybody came with a beautiful pot. He had nothing in his pot. How would you feel if that was you, Londeka? Bad. Would you think, oh, hey? How would you feel, Mbile? Very sad. A little bit embarrassed. Because everybody's got something to show. You did what you were supposed to do, and there's nothing to show. Ling and the other children entered the palace gates. By now, some of the plants were looking magnificent, and the children were wondering which one the emperor would choose. Ling was embarrassed as other children looked at his lifeless pot and scoffed. That means they laughed at him. The emperor came out and started to make his way through the crowd, looking at the many impressive trees, the shrubs, and the flowers that were on display. The boys all puffed their chest. Puff your chest, boys, because you're so proud of yourself. Come, puff your chest. Oh, yeah, they were very, very proud. And they tried to look as regal, meaning as kingly as possible. Let's try and put on a regal pose. You still need to, no, that's not a regal pose. Come on. Come on, lift those chins, shoulders back. Yeluetu, you will be the next emperor because you've got a real good regal, looking kingly and smart. And hoping that they would be chosen as the heir to the empire. Then the empire came to Ling. He looked at the pot, and then he looked at Ling. What happened here? He asked. I watered the pot every day, but nothing ever grew, Ling muttered very nervously. Then he grumbled something to himself and he moved on. So he asked everybody. After a few hours, the emperor finally finished his assessment. He stood in front of the children and he congratulated them on their efforts. Clearly, some of you desperately want to be the emperor, and would do anything to make that happen. But there is one boy that I would like to point out, as he has come to me with nothing. Ling, come here, please. Oh no, thought Ling. He slowly sauntered to the front of the group, holding his barren pot. The emperor held up the pot for all to see, and the children laughed. Then the emperor continued. He said, "A year ago, I gave you all a seed. I told you to go away. I told you to plant the seed and return with your plant. The seeds that I gave you all were boiled until they were no longer viable and they would not grow. But I see before me thousands of plants and only one barren pot. Integrity and courage are more important values for leadership than proud displays. So Ling here will be the next king."
Yeah.
And you know what, Destiny Academy Gateway, that is what we sometimes do. We think what is in here is not enough. We think what Jesus is doing in our lives are not enough. We always want to puff it up and show off and make it better than what it is. It is what it is. What is it? It is what it is. And you've got a responsibility to grow the seed of Jesus that is in your life. Just that. And that is a simple seed. He wants us to have joy. He wants us to have integrity. He wants us to make a difference. He wants us to carry peace. He wants us to tell the truth. He wants us to respect one another. He wants us to be thankful. He doesn't want us to do big things that does impress others, but that impresses others, but not him. Do you understand that? So integrity is important. And courage to do what he wants us to do is very important. Don't be a show-off. Be what he wants you to be. As Pastor Andre said on Sunday, he said, we need new faces for a new nation. Your face, if you look like everybody else, you're going to look like the world. Because out there, it's not good. Do you understand? And only when what is in your heart will become visible in your face. If you always look miserable and heavy, how will people know there's a Jesus within you that came to give you life? Will he know that? If what comes out of your mouth is always rude, always dishonest, how will people know there's a Jesus that came to save you? If you're always busy with yourself. So I'm challenging you this holiday. You've received a seed. Think what you are going to do with it. Can we do that? Let's close our eyes. Oh, we won't close our eyes now. We'll close it at the end. Good. So integrity is important. Now, I am very concerned. Pastor Janie, can we please put that photo on? Miss Alnay, will you please switch off the light? Just before, I want you to look at the photo that is on the board. Or on the... Okay, whom of you can read what is on that? Ladies, can we zoom in a little bit? Can we try? Who's the teacher? Miss Alnay. Okay. And then the lady that is in the office, what is she wearing? What is standing on her shirt? What do you see, Lunati? A police. Okay. And the man on the side, what is on his shoulder? And what does the badge say? He's a police officer. Where are they? In town? Where are they? Here in our school. Can you see they are in our school? Yesterday we had to let the police come. Because things are getting lost on our premises. And it doesn't matter what it is. Look in my eyes this morning.